Testimony. My question is for Mr. Pierce from the Chamber, and I'm building on some of your opening remarks, especially recommendation number 2 around Indigenous rights and creating trust and certainty is what I heard you say. So there have been significant concerns about Bill C-5 from Indigenous communities, including Akwesasne, which is neighboring to my home community of Cornwall, Ontario. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission's call to action 92.1 calls on the corporate sector to commit to meaningful consultation, building respectful relationships, and obtaining free and prior consent, informed consent of Indigenous peoples before proceeding with economic development projects. So on your website, you list Indigenous affairs as a strategic issue, and you have an Indigenous Affairs Policy Committee. So as a leader in the corporate sector, how has your organization addressed the opposition from Indigenous communities, considering your stated commitment and your comments of this afternoon?
Sure, thank you. So we certainly do, and our committees and our work in this area, I think, is especially over the past few years, led by Deanna in our office. She's excellent and has done great work with industry and with communities across Canada. Our view with regards to C-5 specifically and how Indigenous communities would be consulted is that we can't imagine a world, we can't imagine a project that would go forward to the point of shovels in the ground that doesn't have community level support. To make an investment of that scale and that scope, the financing required, the companies that would be involved, the stakeholders involved, the government reputation and other things at stake, that would be a necessary precondition for any investment. And so from our perspective, we see C-5 as not jumping the gun or avoiding that type of consultation, but setting the table for it. And it is spoken to very clearly, I think, in the Act to that regard. But I think from our perspective, we can't fathom that world where you would not have community level support in a project before it started. I hope that answers your question.
Yes. You have leadership in the corporate world, and so it's very important to hear you say that and not just have a message on the website, but actually say that publicly.
No,
thank you.
Thank you.